Everyone, welcome back. So if you haven't seen my previous video, I talked a little bit about how I had intended on rebranding myself. So I was formerly the artsy amateur. I've been at Fluid Art for over a year now. So I feel like I have graduated from amateur and I wanted to continue on the journey with combining fluid art with education, because when I did my solar system series, I had so much fun doing all the fun facts and not only sharing fun facts with you, I actually learned myself. And it totally made my day when one of my followers said that one of the fun facts about Jupiter and its rotation actually won her a trivia out and about in her social circle. So I was so thrilled with that. And because I love it so much, I figured why not continue down that path? So every painting we're going to do from here on out is going to be inspired by something in real life. And we're going to talk about some of those fun facts that go along with it. Last week, I did a daylight savings time painting, which was really fun. And I learned a ton that I didn't know before. And because it is still the height of the fall season, we're, just a few short weeks away from having the snow come, I wanted to do another fall inspired painting. I live in north central Pennsylvania, and something that is basically world famous around here is our fall foliage, and just all of New England is gorgeous this time of year. I'm sure there's other parts of the world that celebrate it as well, but I wanted to do a fall foliage inspired painting and share fun facts about photosynthesis and why the fall foliage happens in the first place. So I also wanted to try something I haven't done yet in terms of the technique itself. So one of my favorite artists is Mina Villegas, and I have watched like all of her episodes, but I've not yet tried one of her, straight pours. So I figured what better opportunity to kind of go, fall inspired, working from green all the way to brown with the leaves, and do a Mina style inspired pour. So I got my mat down. We are working on a 24 by 30 inch level 3 gallery wrap canvas from Artist Loft. So we're going to need a little bit more than 25 ounces of paint. Okay. So I have here a whole variety of colors. And again, I want to start, kind of where the leaves start with this beautiful, this is a grass green that is from Master's Touch. And then this is a little bit of a combination color I made. So it's Liquitex Basics in primary yellow, but I did add a little bit of Amsterdam light gold just to try to give it a little bit more sheen and glimmer. This next one is Liquitex Basics Cadmium Red Hue, but I also added a little bit of the Amsterdam Light Gold because I wanted it not only to be a little bit glistening, but a little bit more orange based as well, because it's very true red straight out of the bottle. This color I can't get enough of. If you've seen my previous pours, I've been using it like crazy. This is Pearlized Violet from Master's Touch, and it creates the most beautiful, vivid, gorgeous colors. My painting back here has it. I've been using it all the time. It's so pretty. And then last but not least, we got some just regular raw umber from Master's Touch. So we're going to be using that as well. Okay, as we layer our cups, first fun fact is that the green leaves are caused by chlorophyll. So this is what makes food from the sunlight called photosynthesis. So the leaves take in the sunlight and use it as food to grow. This is why in spring they're vibrant and green. The summer they have like a nice dark green color. So it's really that chlorophyll chemical that is making the leaves this beautiful, vibrant green. So keep that on your Jeopardy list. All right, so for the colors, I'm actually going to go in the opposite order because what I want to happen is for us to pour this color first, which is going to be at the top, and then it will start fading into all of these colors. So we're going to start with the brown. And again, we're going to do basically 2 cups of the same. Okay. And I'm glad I do have a little bit of extra in there for a flow extender because we will need that, I'm sure. All right, then we're going to come in with this beautiful purple. And if you haven't subscribed to Mina yet, you definitely have to check her out. She is so awesome. And I discovered her when I was first doing fluid art, and I just fell in love with her channel. And I went back and binge watched all of her episodes that I hadn't seen before. So highly recommend doing the same. She's a blast to watch, and her husband and family are just so cool too. I'm a dog fanatic, and she's always showing her dog at the end, so I can't resist that. All right, come in with this beautiful red color. And I'm expecting a little bit of blending, so I do mix my paints with, a lot of this is US Floetrol, and then I did add a little bit of Australian Floetrol in the yellow and then the red. So we could get some beautiful cells that happen there. And I'm hoping the red and yellow mix just a tiny bit in order to create a vibrant orange color. Okay, now we're going to come in with this yellow. Next fun fact. Okay, this I got totally wrong. And I don't know if I had just misheard it my whole life or I just developed my own hypothesis why things are working. But the reason that you start seeing the different colors in fall is because when it gets cold and the days get shorter, the light gets shorter, the chlorophyll generation actually stops. So the pigments, the yellows, the oranges, the reds, they were always there, but the chlorophyll kind of masked them, if you will. So now that the chlorophyll is gone from the leaves, you're actually seeing more of their true chemical composition, just a la carte, like as is. So I thought that was very interesting because I had always thought, being the science nerd myself, I'm thinking they're purposefully changing the color so to absorb different wavelengths as the days get shorter and the nights longer. No, I was wrong. So I was really interested to find that out. And yes, yellow and orange actually come from carotenoids. I think that's how you pronounce it. So that's a chemical that definitely makes them very vibrant in that color. And then the reds and purples are anthocyanins. So that's what causes those colors. And they do change over time, but not because they need their wavelengths to change for absorbing light. They just, the red definitely comes in, it just produces more of that. And then as you see, they kind of mix together and change together, hence why we get those beautiful mixes of colors. So I thought that was really cool. Again, I was totally wrong. I got to go back and tell my 8th grader son, who's asked probably a million times why that is, I got to go back and correct that. So, but I thought that was very interesting. So really when the chlorophyll stops, that's the true color of the leaf underneath. So, okay, we got our cups done here. I am thinking, I was debating on putting down a base, and I've seen Mina do one or the other. She's done it before. She's also not done it before. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to pile one of these up and then have the other one come in the other way and then do a flow extender. So I'm hoping for some really cool fingerlings. And again, I've not done this before, so wish me luck. And before I do get started, I've noticed my table is super unlevel. So I'm just going to go ahead and do myself a favor right now and put my shims under here so that when I start pouring this, it doesn't run all on one side. Now, of course, I'm going to have to redo this after I tilt it, of course, because then it definitely won't be level. But just to get it poured on the canvas, I do want it level. All right, are we ready? I'm very excited for this. Okay, so I'm going to pour and kind of do like a ribbon across here. Oh, that orange is starting to come out. That's so pretty. Oh yeah, I'm starting to mix. Gorgeous. All right, now let's do that, but going the other way here. And let's see here. Oh, and I hope we save some of that purple because it's so pretty. All right, that looks so cool. It almost looks like leaves kind of mixed in, so that's awesome. All right, I'm gonna put my flow extender down here so we can stretch this design and not have it lose its shape. I'm gonna thin this out just a little bit. Right, that's some extender up here. Mix this up. Okay, while I'm mixing this up, next fun fact, I already mentioned it, but New England is world famous for our fall foliage. So, and yes, I know I'm Pennsylvanian. Yes, I do consider myself a New Englander. I know there's debate on that, but it's so world famous, in fact, that it brings over $1 billion to local economies to witness the fall foliage. So I know a couple of years ago, Vermont was complaining just because there was so many visitors from all over the world coming into like these small, quaint little towns that were, you know, like not equipped to handle all of this excitement. And yeah, it's beautiful. People want to see it. I don't blame them at all. Just if you are, you know, coming to somebody's home, just please be respectful and not cause too much disturbance. But I personally think it's really cool. I'm glad that people come from all over the earth to see what we have to offer. So it kind of makes me proud as a Pennsylvanian personally. All right. I am going to get my spatula out and spread this around. So I will be right back. Okay, now that we've got our sides and edges covered, let's stretch. And if you have seen Mina, she is the queen at stretching canvases. She's so good at it. I still watch her and I'm just like, she can literally put paint anywhere on the canvas and stretch it to be absolutely stunning. So we're gonna try. She's a master at it. I am not, but we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, I'm gonna take my shims out now because we are going to make a mess. All right, so let's find the weight of the paint here. Okay, it seems like maybe down off of this corner would be good. And we're gonna take our time. We're not gonna rush. I wanna keep a lot of this design. All right. Go over that corner and back. Okay, we're gonna come back. And while we're coming back just a little bit, we are going to go over this way. One thing I appreciate about Mina is she's really into opening different lines up, which it takes a bit of patience to do that. I'm going to try to do it on this one, but she's not worried about sacrificing certain parts of the painting to make some beautiful designs. So I think we have enough paint on the canvas. I'm hoping we can do that ourselves. All right. I'm gonna go off of this corner here. Okay, come back. Don't want to lose too much of that red. Okay, I'm gonna try to spin this around so I can always face the camera. It is not easy on these bigger canvases though. All right, there we go. All right, we didn't do too bad there. That's good. Okay, now let's find which way. So I think we were over here. So we can go off of this corner down here. Oh yeah, and there's some beautiful purple lines that are opening up. So I'm really excited about that. All right, bring it back a bit. This is looking kind of groovy, honestly. This is really cool. All right, I'm gonna bring it back a bit. All right, now let's work our way down over here. And I am gonna mostly try to do it vertically, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to do it this way, down and then over, because I want to not lose a ton of these designs up here, but I don't mind losing it off of this side. All right, now let's go down vertically. All right. Wow, this is so groovy. Okay, now this is where we would do what we like, what we don't like. So I think that top is way cooler than this bottom. So I'm going to rotate it again and try to stretch the top out. All right. Yes, this part is way cooler than that. So let's walk it back down this way. And again, we're taking our time because there's no rush, but I definitely love the top up here. I mean, that bottom's cool, but this top is way cooler. So Oh yeah, that looks cool. Let's just go down a little bit this way. All right. There we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, this is so cool. All right, now we're just bringing it back. And I know you can't see this, and I'm sorry. I'll show you here in just a minute. All right. This is so neat. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That Mina method works good. So I'm very happy with it. Okay, so I am going to touch up my sides and then grab the camera and bring you guys down because you got to see this. It's really cool. All right, so coming in for the close-up, this is wild. It's wild, it's funky. I love these little tendrils that have like all the colors in it. That is so cool. Ooh, and then this like fiery red orange, but this is exactly what I was hoping for. So we have the leaves going from green to yellow to red to purple to brown, and then kind of the reverse on the other side. So this is so pretty. I'm very excited to see how it dries. All right, so that's where I'm going to see you guys. We'll be right back with dried results. Okay, so here we are with dried results. This is so awesome. I love this one. And I actually like it vertically. So it was cool horizontally, but it almost to me looks like the leaves are changing colors and they're falling, and then we're left with the brown and purple. But let's go in for a closer look. These lines are really neat. I love the green against like this bright reddish orange. Then you got the purple over here on this side. We got some nice kind of cell and lacing, mostly cell, but I think that looks cool. And then these lines are just so neat. And then getting to my favorite part, these little tendricle fingerlings that have basically every color in them coming up through the brown. Woo, and that purple violet is so vivid. All right, last fun fact for you all. So when the leaves fall, they decompose so that the nutrients that they had taken from the soil to grow all year, they fall on the ground, decompose, and give those nutrients back into the soil for next year's leaves. I thought that was cool. Cycle of life, taking a little bit to live and then giving back after you're gone. So I thought that was kind of beautiful. All right, let me know what you guys think. Hope you learned a lot. I sure did on this episode. Well, thank you all so much for joining me on another episode with my new name, the Pourfessor. So I hope you had a lot of fun. And if you did like this video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. I got so many more ideas that I would love to share with you and some fun facts to learn about along the way. All right, everyone, stay safe and we will see you next time.